Hey everyone, Tony Ivanov here, and today we're going to be going over the top industry to watch going into November. But first, before I get started, I do need to say that I am not a licensed broker or financial advisor, and everything said in this video should be taken for entertainment purposes only. I am not recommending you buy or sell any of these stocks, and if you do wish to do so, I highly recommend you do your own due diligence as well and make your own informed decision on these stocks. All right, so now with that out of the way, we're going to talk about the shipping sector. Now, excuse my voice, I am sick. That's why I have not made a video in the past 3-4 days. It's not terrible, but it just kind of sucks to talk. But let's just get right to it. We're going to talk about most of the stocks in the shipping industry. We're going to mainly talk about low float stocks, and hopefully you guys enjoy. So if you do, please smack that like button, hit the subscribe button. We are so close to 50,000 subscribers. Please, if you could do whatever you can, share this video, tell a friend, tell a coworker. I would really appreciate it. So with that being said, let's get right into this video. Alrighty, so here we are on the computer screen, and the first thing I want to say is that most of the stocks on this list are going to be coming straight out of the watch list we have in the TradeBuddy community. As you can see, we have so many different channels here on the side, and one of them is watch list, and I actually posted this on October 26th, basically giving my breakdown of all of these different shipping stocks. So if you want access into early information like this, I recommend you check out the link below to join the chat room. And another great reason why you should join it is because I give out a pre-market webinar every single morning, well, almost every single morning, of my essential plan for the day. We go through, it takes about 20 minutes every day. Right before market open, we go through all the different stocks that are having volume, and I just go through and list out all the critical levels of support and resistance, and essentially how I think the stock will do on the day. So there's me, there's many other great traders in there. So if you are a new trader, I highly recommend that you join a chat room. It doesn't have to be mine, but just join one in general, because it'll really help you understand what stocks are the ones to focus on. We do not trade illiquid stocks. We do not do pump and dumps. We only trade liquid volatile stocks. And if you are a experienced trader, I recommend you join as well, just because you can be around other like-minded traders, and it really helps, especially when you have a job like this where we don't really meet other people in person. It's very good to have a chat room where you can just communicate and socialize with other people who have like-minded interests. So if you want to check it out, link is down below. So we're gonna get right into this. You can see that I posted this on Friday, and most of the stocks on here are low float shippers. So we're going to start off with PXS, because this is one that I am swinging overnight. I got into this on the breakout over 245, and I just want to give you guys like a quick like a quick breakdown of how you can find the potential plays in a certain industry. So right here is finviz.com. I recommend you use this every single day. It's completely free to use, and it's a very nice way to locate exactly what the float is, how much of the stock is owned by institutions, and just overall lots of information about this stock. So you can see right here underneath the name of the company, it says shipping. So that's the industry. Now, if you want to do some research and look at other shippers, you can click on this, and then it'll give you a list of all the other shippers that are related to PXS. And this is essentially how I made this list. The first one I picked out was SINO, and then I just went into this and I looked at the other low floats and the low market caps. So that's just a quick tip on how you can find industry sympathy plays, because what if, you know, next year we have like the Bitcoin stocks go crazy again. If you don't know all the Bitcoin stocks, you can just find one, look at the industry, and then it'll have a list of them all, and you can go through each one and do your due diligence there. So PXS, this one is one that I traded today. Excuse me, I am still sick. Now keep in mind that most of these stocks have been running like pretty strong already. but they still have lots of upside potential, because usually at least one of these shipping companies is going to go absolutely parabolic. Last year it was DCIX. It went from like $2 up to like, I believe, $27. The year before that was DRYS. That went from $2 to $100. And just over time, we have seen these shipping plays really get crazy in November. So even though these have already moved a ton, if you play them at the right point and you play them at the right levels, you can still make money from trading them. So PXS is one I got in on the breakout over 245. And this is one I'm holding into tomorrow. And depending on how it does tomorrow, I may keep holding it. You can see it does have a previous run right here. Last year in December, it went from $1.50 up to $12.50. So it shows previous history of running. And then this whole time it just bottomed out right here. And now it's ramping up again. So there's one. SINO is another one. This is another dry bulk shipping company. And you can see today we had a nice breakout over 143. So you're going to see that lots of these stocks today broke out of their multi-day resistance levels. Next resistance on SINO would be the 160 mark, and then 166, and then 175. So this one doesn't have as much upside potential. I believe the float, let me just type in SINO. The float on this one is 9 million, and institutions own 2% only. So yeah, around 9 million share float. It definitely is like a low float play, but it's not super low. So just keep that in mind. Some other ones that we're going to go over real quick. Now keep in mind, this is going to be a very quick video. And if you want, you can pause anytime on this video and just read through what I said on the side here. So we covered SINO. Oh yeah, one thing I do need to know about SINO is that their SEC filings do show that they have a prospectus out that allows an offering at any time they wish, which means that next time this does have a big spike, be very careful holding it, because they will likely do an offering. So next one is DCIX. DCIX, same exact thing. You can see this one had a big run in the past. It went from $2 up to $28. Like I said, that was last year, right in November. Actually on November 3rd. So, you know, we're getting right into that 1 year mark. And now we're starting to ramp up again. This one has a critical breakout level over 250 it needs to break out of. And I believe today in after hours, it had a very nice pop. So this one could break out tomorrow. Some things to note about DCIX is that they did most of their offerings already, so there shouldn't be any more dilution going into November. So that isn't that big of a deal. PXS, excuse me, PXS has a low float of 3.64 million shares and just an insanely beautiful daily chart. I took this picture at 177, and now it's almost $1 per share higher than that. So this really goes to show how useful it can be to be in the chat room, because you can get this information ahead of everyone else. I did not notice any dilution in the filings for PXS, so that should be okay. And then one more that I do believe is pretty interesting is EDRY. Now, EDRY is a very low float stock. Very low volume. It is kind of like a lottery type play. I don't recommend putting a ton of money into this play, but if you are used to trading super low floats, this one has a low float of like, I think like 300,000. So the the float is 930,000, but then institutions own 16%. So 293 times, what is that, 84. So the actual float is just under 800,000 shares, so super low float. And if we look at the daily chart, actually not the daily chart, the 60-minute chart, you can see that right above this line of like $13, it has a massive breakout. This is like a newer stock. It does have resistance up here at the $14.50 area, but you can see the true resistance is this $13 area. So you can see if we get massive volume, if the entire sector starts to run, I mean, there should be no reason why this wouldn't have volume go into it. And this one could break out extremely easily and do something like SAEX. This one was also a super low float, and SAEX went from like the $5 range up to $30. So we could see something similar happen over here. And then last but not least, DRYS and TOPS. I don't like DRYS too much. It just has a huge float. Lots of dilution has happened over the years on DRYS. People don't really like trading it anymore. But TOPS has ran in the past, bottomed out very nicely, and now it's uptrending. So one of the key levels to watch for TOPS is a breakout over 215 and then a breakout over 270. You can see today after hours it did squeeze, so this one does look like it's going to gap up tomorrow. But yeah, that's basically it. I just want to give you guys this quick little video, and then hopefully you all are going to be a lot better prepared going into tomorrow and next month. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like, leave a comment for any questions, or if you have any other plays you want us to look at. And as always, make sure you hit the subscribe button to be notified for any future video. All right, thank you all so much, and I'll see you in the next one.